Ever seen a car so rare it makes your pickup look like it's everywhere? We're not talking about some limited edition paint job. We're diving into a world where exclusivity means there's only one in existence. Get ready to have your mind blown by 10 vehicles that redefine what it means to be unique. From a one-of-a-kind Spider to a car that's literally worth more than your entire neighborhood, these aren't just rare, they're automotive unicorns. Number 1. Ferrari Testarossa Spider. Imagine a Ferrari so rare, it's the only one of its kind. We're talking about the Testarossa Spider, a car that makes even other Ferraris look common. This isn't just any special edition, it's a one-off masterpiece created for Gianni Agnelli, the big boss at Fiat. What makes this silver beauty stand out? For starters, it's got a convertible top that folds down at the push of a button. But the real magic is under the hood. In an era when manual transmissions ruled, this Spider had a 5-speed gearbox that could switch to automatic mode. That's right, it could drive itself, sort of. Now, here's the kicker. This unicorn sold for a whopping $1.3 million at auction. Why so much? It's not just rare, it's impossible to replicate. It's a piece of automotive history that collectors dream about. But hold on to your hats, because our next car makes even this Spider look ordinary. We're about to dive into a world where exclusivity takes on a whole new meaning. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Number 2, Bugatti La Voiture Noire. What if a car company built a multi-million-dollar vehicle inspired by a ghost? Bugatti did exactly that with La Voiture Noire, a hypercar that pays tribute to a legendary lost masterpiece. This isn't just any limited edition, it's a one-of-one creation that pushes the boundaries of automotive design and engineering. The story starts with John Bugatti's Type 57 SC Atlantic, a pre-war legend that vanished during World War II. Only 4 were ever made, and Jean's black version became the stuff of automotive myth. Fast forward to today, and Bugatti has created a modern interpretation that's just as mysterious. La Voiture Noire is a beast of engineering. It's got a single-piece carbon fiber body that took countless hours to perfect. And get this, it has 6 tailpipes. That's not just for show. It's a nod to Bugatti's racing history and a sign of the raw power under the hood. Inside, it's like stepping into a time machine. The car has Havana brown leather and even a rosewood drive mode selector. It's old school luxury meets cutting edge tech. Here's the kicker. This rolling work of art costs a whopping $18 million. And the buyer, nobody knows. It's a secret that adds another layer of intrigue to an already enigmatic car. Number 3, Ferrari P45. You've heard of rare cars, but how about a car so unique it doesn't even have a production run? Enter the Ferrari P45, a vehicle that started as one of the most exclusive supercars ever made and ended up as something even more special. Here's how it happened. James Glickenhaus isn't your average car collector. This guy loves Ferraris so much he convinced the company to let him create his dream car. Imagine walking into Ferrari and saying, "Hey, I want to take your $1 million Enzo and turn it into something completely different." That's exactly what Glickenhaus did. Ferrari agreed and the transformation began. They stripped down an Enzo and rebuilt it from the ground up. The result? A car that looks like it came straight out of a 1960s Le Mans race. It's got a sleek, low-slung body that screams speed, even when it's standing still. But here's the real kicker. This wasn't just a vanity project. The P45 changed how Ferrari does business. Now they're more open to working with collectors on one-off projects. It's like Glickenhaus opened a door that was locked for decades. Number 4, Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe. What if I told you there's a car that's faster than a Ferrari, rarer than a Rolls-Royce, and more valuable than both combined? Meet the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe. This isn't just a car, it's a time machine that takes us back to when Mercedes ruled the racing world. After World War II, Mercedes was on fire. They were winning races left and right, but one man wanted more. Rudolf Uhlenhaut, the genius behind Mercedes' racing success, had a crazy idea. He thought, why not take our race car and make it street legal? The result? A car that looked like it came from the future. It had a 2.5L straight 8 engine that pumped out 305 horsepower. That might not sound like much now, but back then it was enough to hit 290 miles per hour. That's supercar territory, even by today's standards. But here's the kicker. They only made two, and one of them just sold for a price that'll make your head spin. We're talking about the most expensive car ever sold. It's not just a car anymore. It's a piece of history that's changing the game even today. Number 5, Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta. You've heard of limited editions, but how about a car so rare it makes unicorns look common? Enter the Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta. This isn't just a tribute, it's a revolution on wheels that's changing the game for collectors and enthusiasts alike. Horacio Pagani, the mad genius behind some of the world's most insane hypercars, decided to outdo himself. He took the already bonkers Zonda and cranked it up to 11. The result? A car that looks like it's from another planet. The HP Barchetta is a feast for the eyes. It's got a windscreen so short you might as well be wearing goggles. And those rear wheel covers, they make the car look like it's floating. But don't let the looks fool you. This thing is a monster on the road. With a 7.3 liter V12 engine, it's got enough power to melt your face off. Here's the kicker. Pagani only made 3 of these beauties, and get this, he kept one for himself. That's right, the man who made the car couldn't resist its charms. It's like a chef eating at his own restaurant. Number 6, Koenigsegg CCXR Trava. Remember when we said our next car sparkles? We weren't kidding. Koenigsegg, the Swedish hypercar maestros, have created something so rare and shiny, it makes other supercars look like dull pennies. How did they pull it off? By doing something no one thought possible with carbon fiber. Koenigsegg is known for pushing limits, but they outdid themselves with the CCXR Trava. They wanted to make white carbon fiber, which sounds simple but is actually super hard. Normal carbon fiber is always black or dark gray, but Koenigsegg found a way to make it white and sparkly. The result, a car that looks like it's covered in millions of tiny diamonds. But the Trava isn't just about looks, it's a beast under the hood too. We're talking about a car that can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds. That's faster than you can say Koenigsegg CCXR Trava. Here's the crazy part. They only made 2 of these diamond cars. They wanted to make 3, but the white carbon fiber was so hard to produce, they had to stop at 2. And the price tag, a cool $4.8 million each. That's right, you could buy a whole neighborhood for the price of this car. Number 7, Lamborghini Aventador J. You've heard of limited editions, but Lamborghini took it to a whole new level in 2012. Picture this, a car with no roof, no windshield, and a price tag that'll make your eyes water. The Aventador J isn't just a car, it's a 700 horsepower statement of what's possible when you throw the rulebook out the window. Lamborghini shocked everyone at the 2012 Geneva Motor Show. They unveiled a car they built in just 6 weeks. That's right, 6 weeks. Most people take longer to decide on a new phone, but Lamborghini, they created a masterpiece in less time than it takes to binge watch a TV series. The Aventador J is like the Aventador's wild cousin. They took the regular car and went crazy. No roof, gone. Windshield, who needs it? They even use something called carbon skin for the seats. It's like leather, but tougher and lighter. This car is so extreme, it makes other supercars look like family sedans. Here's the kicker. Lamborghini sold this one-of-a-kind beast before the show even ended. Someone saw it and said, "I need that in my life." And just like that, it was gone. This wasn't just a car sale. It was Lamborghini flexing their muscles. They showed the world they could do the impossible and do it fast. Number 8, Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic. Imagine a car so rare, so beautiful, that its very existence borders on myth. In the 1930s, Bugatti created such a masterpiece, a vehicle that would redefine automotive design for generations. But here's the twist, one of these legendary cars vanished without a trace, sparking a mystery that continues to baffle experts to this day. The Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic isn't just a car, it's a rolling piece of art from the golden age of French automotive design. What makes it so special? For starters, it has a distinctive riveted dorsal seam that runs along the entire body. It's like someone took a spaceship from the future and merged it with a 1930s luxury car. Under the hood, this beauty packs a punch. It's got a 3.3 liter straight 8 engine that could hit speeds over 200 miles per hour. That's supercar territory even by today's standards, let alone back then. The chassis is a work of art too, lightweight and agile, making this car a true performer on the road. Here's where things get really interesting. Bugatti only made 4 of these beauties. 3 of them still exist, turning heads and dropping jaws wherever they go. But the 4th, it's the automotive world's greatest mystery. John Bugatti's personal black Atlantic, nicknamed La Voiture Noire, disappeared during World War II. Nobody knows what happened to it. The remaining Atlantics are worth more than most people's entire neighborhoods. We're talking about cars valued at over $100 million each. They're not just cars anymore. They're automotive holy grails, the pinnacle of design and engineering from a bygone era. Number 9, Ferrari 290 MM. From the shadows of World War II emerges a beast of Italian engineering. Picture a car so fast, so ferocious, it could outrun legends and rewrite history. The Ferrari 290 MM wasn't just built to race, it was created to conquer. But what made this prancing horse gallop ahead of the pack? It's the 1950s, and Ferrari is hungry for victory. They set their sights on the Mille Miglia, a grueling 1,000-mile race across Italy. To win, they needed something special. Enter the 290 MM, a car that screamed speed from every curve. Under the hood, this beast packed a 3.5-liter V12 engine that roared with 320 horsepower. That's like strapping a rocket to a go-kart. But it wasn't just about raw power. The 290 MM had a lightweight chassis and advanced suspension that made it dance through corners like a ballerina on steroids. And the drivers. We're talking legends like Juan Manuel Fangio and Sterling Moss. These guys didn't just drive the 290 MM, they made it fly. The car racked up wins left and right, cementing Ferrari's place at the top of the racing world. Fast forward to today, and these rare beasts are still making waves. In 2018, a 290 MM sold for a jaw-dropping $22 million at auction. That's not just a car sale. It's proof that this Ferrari isn't just a piece of racing history. It's automotive royalty. Number 10, McLaren F1 LM. Imagine owning a car so rare and powerful, it makes Ferraris look like economy sedans. The McLaren F1 LM isn't just a supercar, it's the closest thing to strapping yourself to a rocket. But what makes this particular McLaren worth more than some small countries? It all started in 1995 when McLaren dominated the 24 Hours of Le Mans. They didn't just win, they crushed the competition, so McLaren thought, why not bring that racing magic to the streets? That's how the F1 LM was born. This isn't your average supercar. The F1 LM is a beast with a power-to-weight ratio that'll make your head spin. It's got a 6.1-liter V12 engine that pumps out 680 horsepower. That's enough to hit 60 miles per hour in just 3.9 seconds. But here's the kicker, it weighs less than 2,500 pounds. That's like putting a jet engine on a bicycle. These rare cars aren't just machines, they're dreams on wheels. From the one-of-a-kind Ferrari Spider to the diamond-encrusted Koenigsegg, each one shows what happens when passion meets engineering brilliance. They push the limits of speed, design, and exclusivity. But here's the thing, the car world is changing fast. Electric motors are replacing gas engines, and self-driving tech is on the rise. So what does this mean for rare cars? Imagine a future where the most valuable rides aren't just fast or pretty, but have cutting-edge tech that's almost magical. Companies like Bugatti and Lamborghini are already mixing old-school luxury with new-age tech. The Bugatti Centodieci and Lamborghini Countach LPI 804 show us what's coming. These aren't just cars, they're time machines, giving us a glimpse of tomorrow's classics today.